It happened. For those of you that don't know, earlier today, Elden Ring's trailer got vaguely leaked. Little clips and bits and pieces of it got leaked, and they've been kind of floating around online. Now, Long Island Joe here, also known as This Is LeJoe, a really well-known fighting game streamer, compiled all of the leaks he found together and put them into this video. So go give it a look. Long Island Joe is the channel. All Ring leaks compiled, new boss footage, new areas, and more. He put it all into one video for us. So I'm gonna react to it, and I want to do a little bit of breakdown. So let's see what we've got. So we all expected dragons, some big guys. They're just vaguely Bloodborne-esque in a way. That's a head.
Oh, you tragic thing. You've crossed the sea of fog all the way to the Riftlands. Well, this is the very edge of the map. Imagine what drives you to seek the Elden Ring. I suppose you can't be talked into turning back. Very well, then.
It's such a cool boss design, or at least enemy. The couple enemies I've seen I've really liked. An all-new fantasy action RPG franchise. Though. I'm curious of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. Alright, he's got a bit more here for us. That's gotta be a boss cutscene. That was really cool with the moon behind him and everything. Is that all? Oh no, there's still a little bit more. The animations are very Dark Souls. And Bloodborne. That looks like a Bloodborne animation, actually. Oh, he dreamt. Alright, let's go through it. Game. So we start off with a shot of a castle. Hold on, can I... 720p, yeah, that's the best I can get it. So cool, I think that's a castle. Got a shot of a castle, and then we move over to the shot of a dragon flying. It looks really good. Hopefully the dragon's not a pain. And now we've got some giants that seem to be pulling a carriage. And there's a couple of people traveling with it. Damn, it's impaled in their back. Gives me slight... I want to say the hair is definitely very, like, Vicar Amelia cleric beastie. And certainly the structure of the textures here kind of remind me of Hollows. So here we seem to have a big head here. Potentially a giant, or like from a statue. And there looks like a giant tree in the background. And there's definitely some potentially ruins here. And then there's a guy here. Maybe... What is this here? That could be like a... I wonder if they're going in depth and it could be like a strand of like a vein or something. So next, gotta look at some armor. Vaguely Wanderer set, I think it is. And he's got a bit of a scimitar there. Like a nice curved sword. I like the shield there. So I'm assuming the combat will be very Dark Souls-esque, just because they've all kind of been like that. I don't think there's going to be a new system, but I mean there might be. But based on sort of the combat. So we've got an axe. Let's go back a little bit. So some sort of cauldron, maybe. And then here's another look at the headgear. Vaguely looks like a backwards hat, you know? Like here's the strap, and then here's a little bit of the opening, and then goes around. So here looks like some sort of cleric or mage set. I like the pattern here. This looks to be like a wand, and then... Yep, oh yeah, definitely wizard set. Here's a hat, and then that's some magic. Can we get a better look on the magic? Looks like some sort of circle. Yeah, so you can kind of get like a circle and maybe like a shield. Could be like a block or something. Or it could just be what starts the like a magic missile.
Is the very edge.
I like the sunrise. So we can clearly see some of the open area because I've the rumors that the game is open world.
Is the very edge of the map.
So that's a good shot. So here's our potentially our player character. This is maybe like a fort or something. That looks like a door. Maybe like a drawbridge that goes down. I think these are some fires. Can't really see what our guy is wielding though. Oh wait, maybe for like a split second it looks like a short sword here. You know, or like a rapier. What are these maybe? Maybe like throwing knives you could potentially have on your person.
Imagine.
So this is for sure camp. This is probably a better look at the camp that we were looking at beforehand. So camp there.
Imagine.
Potentially crouch walking through, maybe? Either that or it's just somebody kind of hunched over to the ground.
Drives you to seek the Elden.
Oh, nope, there it is. So for sure, there's some crouching mechanics. It seems there's a lot more stealth in the game. He seems he's got dual blades in his hand.
Ring.
What about this other guy? Just carrying a torch, but he's got his long sword there. Or broadsword, I'm not sure. Looks good.
Elden ring.
So here is a dude with a flail. This has got to be some sort of like open passageway. Maybe like a boss is back over there.
Suppose you can't.
He's got like a vague cape. Reminds me of Bloodborne-esque.
Suppose you can't
Some nice statues.
be talked into turning back.
So obviously it's a Miyazaki game. There's got to be some sort of cavern. And here clearly the torch mechanic is back. I like the lighting. The lighting looks really good from the torch, just from this. So he's got a torch left hand, a sword right.
Very well then.
And then obviously skeleton enemies are back. You can see this one wielding a shield here.
Very well then.
Hold on, I can make this go slower. See, he's got a bit of a shield. Does he have a weapon in his hand? It doesn't seem like he does. So he might just regularly punch. And then let's bring it back to normal to kind of see the attack animation over here. So that's clearly a backstab on a guy. I wonder how much of it they're gonna take from what's his face? Demon Souls reboot. Because that looks like he's giving it a bit of a wider berth. You can kind of see in the back there. And then hold on, he kicks him off, and then there's some sort of symbol here. Potentially one of the big orders in the world, maybe? Or one of the big kingdoms. And then dragons. And then a very Dark Souls-esque run. He's got the mage set, and you can see either he casted like a spell beforehand, or you're able to do it while rolling. Oh no, it's the orbs from the previous game. That's what it is. He's already had it up, and then they attack when he's nearby. So here seems to be a big enemy jumping down. Assuming he rolled there to go through. Here's a... Can we get a better look? Let's see if we can get a better look at this guy. So definitely big and humanoid. In his right hand, he seems to have this big, crazy sword there. Seems to go around there. This... Oh, it's like a man... Like a scorpion dude. This looks like a tail. Yeah. As he turns, it turns too. So it's definitely a tail he's got. Yeah, there it is. Big scorpion enemy guy. Oh, hold on. Let's bring this back to normal speed so we can get a better kind of look at this animation. So he seems to wield fire in his left hand too. That seems to be what he's bringing down. So here's a bit of dual wielding. You got a bit of staff and then another staff. That's a spell from previous Souls. I forget the name. Here we've got a monster similar to the Bloodborne one that's in the cart, and it's a bunch of like arms and stuff. but it seems to be way more like on its legs. It looks like it's vaguely holding a shield there too. Then obviously we seem to be in a catacombs area, so it might be another bone enemy. Using the shot of the open world, obviously horseback combat is in the game, or at least horsebacks are. We do see the combat a little bit later on, but if it's a big open world, you gotta be able to get around it easily. Definitely a lot of terrain. We see there's sort of a deserty area earlier on, and then kind of catacombs, followed by what looks like a more snowy area. And then straight into a more, not like wastelands, but kind of barren area. And then here's that tree we saw earlier. Seems that probably throughout the game as the story unfolds, kind of like in Bloodborne, when the world would kind of change as you got further along. Same with Sekiro. So here's some of the horse combat. Seems pretty standard. One hit. I'm not sure if they're dying specifically, but just the typical attack from the side, you know. So here looks like a Harry Potter shot, to be quite frank. This is probably like entering a kingdom or something, and this is kind of the bridge walking. This might be a statue or like a guardian of it, maybe. So now on to a boss, a intro boss. It's obviously arena, probably in some big room inside of like a cathedral, maybe, is what I'm kind of picking up. Definitely gives me more of like a regal vibe, maybe like a pope or like bishop, high, you know, religious figure. The animations are kind of going through the floor, but that's fine. Seems to wield some sort of, either it's like a sword or like a wand. And there's you in the back, I guess, kind of cowering around. That's some cool lighting there. It's weird. It's kind of like a key, probably like a key wand or something. It's a keyblade. Get a better. So yeah, it might be like a weird scepter wand, actually. I've got a little bit more. So here is definitely reminds me of Bloodborne. This is probably out back somewhere. Probably like behind a kingdom or in like a ruined kingdom, maybe. Some archways. Definitely looks kind of abandoned. Minus that part, I guess. So again, maybe like we're going to like another temple. I'm assuming that there's some sort of religion in the game in a way. Or at least like some form of covenants are potentially what they might be. So here's a big statue in front of one. This might be a statue, or that's just the cliffside. It might be the cliffside, and this looks kind of like the entrance. There's our player character. He's got the shield. It's the same set as earlier, it seems. Certainly, at least, yeah, this one around here. Walking through a cave. So certainly the indoor areas will seem to be quite open. This looks like a big area. Again, I think the lighting looks really good. This is like straight. That's a straight out of other games animation, and I'm assuming that that gives me slight Fool's Idol vibes or Pontiff Sullivan, like you're walking into the cathedral to fight a boss. Obviously, we got a little bit of terrain going. Can't have a game like this without some high beams that you could fall off. And then there's an interesting one. Well, actually, maybe not. So in the other games, minus Sekiro, is he running? Yeah, it looks like he's running. Okay. So it looks like it's specifically run jump. We haven't seen anything about regular jumping. But anyways, that is it. So supposedly we're gonna get the full trailer later on in this month. I've heard a bunch of different dates floating around. There's apparently supposed to be like an Xbox conference going on that's rumored that it might be at. So we will see. Either way, gonna cover it all on the channel. Super excited, big fan. Been waiting for this for a while. Once again, shout out to Joe. This is Joe. Go check out his Twitch for all this, and we'll see what happens.